Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight, as I promised I guess a few weeks ago at this point, I have here the other more exciting, or at least we now know it's got to be more exciting than the other game fuel I reviewed, and this is the, what a long name, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Charged Orange Storm. Now I like that name, but I don't like the big long. I think whoever did the branding on this probably needs to be fired or demoted to the mailroom, because it's just so much. I know trying to make the title of the video for this particular line of products, I mean, my God, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Charged Orange Storm. I mean, I'm about to fall asleep just reading it off. So it's good that this is an energy drink. I think they just should have stuck with Game Fuel and that's it. Just call it Game Fuel Orange Storm. And this reminds me of, I think, the best one of this line so far was the Tropical Strike. I think it's the yellow one, if I'm not mistaken. And so I remember that. Great name also. And if you know how bad the Watermelon Zero, of course it was one of the no sugar ones, but it was the worst Mountain Dew product I've ever reviewed. So I've got to think that this can't possibly be as bad as that, but I hope it would also restore my faith by being very good. Now, you've probably seen more than one of these reviewed so far, even on this channel, and so by now, everybody check your pockets. You know the drill. You have the special resealable top on this that you pop the one side and then you slide it back, pour your drink, and then you slide it back closed again, and it keeps the fizz in. And then you have this special, you have the ordinary can on most of it, but then you come around to this part here and you have this textured surface that now, as I was trying to say before all hell broke loose here, you have this special textured surface in the black area here. It's partly the idea that it gives you a better grip on the can when you're frantically playing a video game, I guess, but it's also just supposed to be a cool design, I think, and it definitely accomplishes that more than I think any practical purpose. I have to mention, we're having the Apocalypse Now being filmed out here. The helicopter's going over again. I don't know if you can hear that, but I want to mention, if you follow me on social media, you probably have seen it, but I have just added to the Robert Dyer store, which you can access directly below the box that you're watching this video in. We now have Robert Dyer masks for you to put on when you go shopping, or if you have the law in your area saying you must wear a mask. They're black and they have in the center the album cover from my Out for Revenge album. Has that cover art there in the center, and so you have that, and you also have all the shirts that have been available, as well as some new shirts, new things always being added to the store. And as always, if you order, not only do I thank you so much for your order, but you can also get a shout out here on the channel in a future video. You just order one of the products and then post a photo on Twitter or Instagram and tag me on it at Bethesda Row. Then I will give you a shout out in a future video. And you don't have to show your face, or you don't necessarily have to be wearing the shirt or the mask. It could just be on your kitchen table, but just a photo to show that you actually ordered the product. Tonight I have a shout out to Ava Reinhardt and her cousin Jack, and you can actually follow her on TikTok at HellGirlAva with another A added on the end, or on Instagram at Ava Reinhardt, RHINEHART. God, what a great German name that is. That may even be better than the guy from Supermarket Sweep. So thank you very much, Ava and Jack, for your support, and I appreciate all the support of each and every one of you out there watching this video right now. So let's go ahead and actually intentionally try to open it this time. I guess I made the mistake of popping that incredibly difficult seal on here. I actually had to get a knife out, so that's really bad if you're out in the middle of the Colorado Rockies trying to desperately get enough energy to get back down the mountain, and the werewolf is chasing you and you can't get this thing open. You're a goner at that point. You get that sort of a, it's kind of like that aroma when you put your nose right up on an orange. A little bit metallic. Let's go out and pour it, and not surprisingly it's an orange color. Now that's kind of weird. It went from a more of a genuine orange aroma, and it becomes sort of like a orange cleaner. What is that home shopping channel type spray cleaner that's supposed to have an orange aroma? So it's much more artificial once it gets into the wider air of the cup. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes even with this wet sleeve on my hoodie here. Well, I kind of feel like I'm back at summer camp again. I remember being at summer camp and we had these large coolers, and they have a, I know there's some other word, but for lack of a better one, the faucet on the front of it. And you would come up and you'd take your cup and you'd pull the little handle, a spigot, and it would pour out an orange, a sort of a flat orange. I guess today we call it a belly wash, some glorified sugar water with an orange flavor. But it's definitely, it's got that lower carbonation, and I'm not exactly bowled over by the flavor yet. I definitely wouldn't describe the flavor as charged. It must be that, what is it, 90 milligrams of, I think it's 90 milligrams of caffeine. So that's going to be probably the only charged aspect. It's kind of watery for a Mountain Dew branded beverage. I'd say it's a pretty decent orange if you like orange sodas, but doesn't have that sort of tang of a sun-kissed orange or a Fanta orange. I'd describe it as more of a breakfast beverage.
Bob, listen, let me out of here and I'll forget the whole GD thing. It'll be just like nothing ever happened, Bob. I think you're... need a doctor. Bob. Bob. You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat in the radio and see what I mean. Go check it out. Go check it out.
Well, let's close the chapter on this. Oh, what an explosion from another dimension. It's enough to give somebody a heart attack. But I'm not getting a heart attack from the charged orange storm. The storm will be if I destroy my office, because I'm disappointed about this. These new game fuel flavors this year have not really been up to. I've had this and I've had the watermelon. Now this, of course, is certainly better than the watermelon. The flavor profile is not as much of an energy drink flavor as I noticed from the original flavors or from those new Coke energy drinks. So I would say that you really just sort of feel like you're drinking something like Tang or some other non-carbonated orange beverage. High C orange, what I meant to say, really. Now there's a great orange drink, High C orange. But this is a little more like that, a sort of a more mild orange flavor. Not even overly sweet considering how much sugar is in these things. So I would say this is certainly okay if you like an orange drink. I still would rather, in terms of flavor, have a Fanta or a Sunkissed orange. I'm going to go ahead and give this 3 stars. It's just okay, satisfactory, but I think you'll do better if you can find the Tropical Strike or that blue one. I like that one also. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.